maybe for the, at some point, maybe I'll try to make my way to lightweight. But who I really wanted to call out was, I heard MVP is a free agent, and there was talks of him coming to the UFC to fight. And I'd really like to come back to London, try to sleep a little better the next time. And I don't think MVP can hang with the wrestlers in this division. So I would love to give the fans here in London at the O2 a freaking awesome striking fight. And I think me and MVP could put on a show for the crowd for sure.
Do you embrace the verbal warfare side of things as well? Because you're calling out two guys that aren't afraid of using a microphone, and you don't seem to be afraid of using a microphone either. So is that something that you're looking forward to, those lively press conferences?
Yeah, I think it brings an extra level of excitement. I'm not really like a mad or angry person. Like, I really don't hate anybody or anything like that. But I think that energy, they can kind of bring that excitement and that energy without it being like negative. More like a fun kind of type of energy, rivalry, That's why, I made a comment about Patty's haircut. To be honest, when I was freaking 4 years old, I had that same haircut. And eventually my hair started to get a little curly, but I have baby photos of me with that same exact haircut that he has, so.
Did you enjoy the dogfight in there with Danny Roberts as well? And it was quite a sad scene afterwards for him as well. It's a 3-fight losing streak for him, and he was very emotional on his knees crying afterwards. How does it make you feel? It's a brutal sport, isn't it?
Yeah. We're just all out here trying to just make a living for our families, and as men, we got to be providers and leaders for our families. So, it's tough. It's tough to go through that loss, because it's like, it's not just you fighting for yourself out there. You're fighting for your family. You know what I mean? I coach Muay Thai back in Las Vegas at Syndicate, and I got a lot of students that look up to me. Since winning Contender Series, I cornered somebody every month up until May this year. I cornered fighters, sometimes 7 fighters in one night, sometimes 10 to 15 fighters over a weekend Muay Thai tournament. So like, there were some months where I cornered 2-3 times in a month. So I was like, after Contender Series, getting ready for my debut, I had some injuries and stuff, and I had to completely, take a bunch of time off training. And then that's when I kind of was just like so invested in coaching and trying to help young fighters in ways where I felt like, 14 years ago, if only someone took me a little more serious and gave me the help that, I needed, so I just try to be that person for these young fighters and, help them get fights, and then, be there to corner them and things like that. So I was like really invested in that, and then I just had to tell them like, hey, it's my turn now, guys. And I had to take a little bit of time off and started coaching less classes, doing less, personal lessons and stuff, and, focus on myself.
And what did you make of being in enemy territory in England tonight? I think you won over all the fans in there with that performance.
Yeah, it's like I said, I've been there before. Majority of my fights, my amateur career was all in Las Vegas. They have a pretty solid amateur scene there. But once I went pro, they don't have any regional pro fights in Vegas to build your record. So like, I was always going to other places to fight, So I'm used to it. I've fought in Hawaii twice. I fought in China, I fought in Thailand. So other states. So I'm used to going to enemy territory. That's just what we do.
Final one, if the MVP fight doesn't happen, if he doesn't sign with the UFC, and if you're not dropping down to meet Paddy anytime soon, who at welterweight would you want?
Man, that's tough. There's a lot of good fighters. I know that there's that card coming up in Vegas at the T-Mobile, September 16th. I'd love to fight maybe a Mexican fighter on that card. That would be pretty exciting.
Well done on the performance.
Thank you.